Hi guys, Mark DeVoe. Welcome back to this channel. Welcome to A Conscious Time, and welcome to this video on Are You Weak or Powerful? What we manifest. If you're new to the channel, we discuss all things navigating this world through the eyes of awareness, dropping guilt, dropping doubt, dropping judgment. And when you drop these things, you'll see the pivotal changes in your life. So go out there, experience it. The point of these videos are to release from the illusion of fear and guilt and judgment and doubt and these things that we talked about, to reveal your God-given gifts of joy, peace, abundance, and lacking for nothing. God has given us everything. We lack for nothing. And these videos are meant to help release from these things to then help with navigating in pure peace, joy, the will that you share with God, purpose, and obviously success. So let's jump into it. I'm going to start this video off on a little statement that basically goes like this. You are weak when you need something. All right, so this was sparked by a situation in my life not too long ago, which I'll jump into the example. On a worldly, tangible level, you can verify these things because when you need something, you are giving your power away to that very thing. So if it's money, if it's a job, if it's a partner, if it's recognition, whatever you think you need, you have now given your power away to that thing. You have relinquished the power that you have, that God has given you. So you've got to maybe look at your faith, your belief system there, and you've given your power away to that very thing. And you can verify these things when you actually, through the eyes of awareness, you can see what do you think you need, and then how do you feel about that. So let's jump into that. When you feel you need something, you are basically living in that scarcity mindset. So it's counter to what God has given us, because if we know that we've been given everything, we lack for nothing, we realize we need nothing, now we can apply ourselves effectively to just live in pure freedom and joy, to apply ourselves or live the will of God that we share with God. So as soon as we need something, we're jumping into that scarcity mindset, and therefore we're jumping into the law of attraction and manifestation and manifesting, and we are going to attract that thing now, or we are going to also, as David R. Hawkins mentions, check out some of my other videos on David R. Hawkins' Letting Go, the book by Letting Go. So he says you repel the very thing that you want. Okay, so you can see that by needing, you're giving your power away, and you are becoming weak by needing something. Okay, so, and it's not to say that you won't get the things that you need, and we all feel like we do need things, but we need to actually have a look and see, why do we need these things. So it's quite in depth. So I'm going to try and keep this a little bit short and sweet, as long as I do in most of my videos. I need to slow that down. But as I was mentioning, sometimes we do get the things that we need, but a lot of the time it might be from struggle, and we'll never actually break beyond that scenario. So we'll just continue in that same path of feeling we need something, operating that same vibration and frequency, and never really changing and jumping into that, or tapping into that creative power that God has given us. We are now subject to the things we need, to the world, and not actually taking back our creative God-given rights to create the things that we are led to in pure peace and fulfillment and will. Okay, so let me just jump into how this actually came about. It was sparked not too long ago. I was dealing with a client, and the client I had forgotten about this client. Well, not forgotten about it, but given up on closing this deal. And now the client came back into my space, and it looked like he was ready to go ahead with this deal, and I felt my energy being drawn back into the scenario, and now almost thinking I need this deal now. And I got home, and I could sense my energy shifting, and I could feel my energy and my posture had become weak. I'd become dependent on this deal now. So I'm sure you can all verify or relate to these scenarios that you are now beholden to that situation. Now you're thinking, oh, you need the money, or you need to take care of your family. You start doubting yourself. Maybe I should have done something better. And for instance, this deal, I was thinking, oh, maybe I should have said this, maybe I should have said that, and you can see how doubt creeps in. You start losing posture. You become weak because now you are seemingly needing something, operating in scarcity and not operating in faith, doing the best you can, and also living along the lines of faith in God as well. So faith is actually a very powerful thing. You are letting go and you are doing your best, but you are resting in faith because you don't have the full picture. All right, so I thought that was quite an applicable situation or example, and you can maybe think about the example you're in. Maybe it's a job, maybe it's a relationship, maybe it's money you want, whatever the case may be. You're giving your power away to that, and that aspect has that power over you. And just to go back to my client example, as soon as you start tapping into that scarcity mindset, or you think you need something, a lot of the time you actually push your client away as well. A lot of the time the client can actually sense that, and you lack integrity. You can lack integrity, and whereas where you're doing the best you can for a client or whatever scenario you find yourself in, if you're doing the best that you can, but you don't need that, you already have that posture and that integrity and that value you bring into that situation. And if you pay attention, life is actually steering us towards letting go and not needing things. Because when you need things, your energy, as we've mentioned, is resonating in that scarcity mindset. So if you pay attention, but it does take some time to become aware of these things. Some of us are so used to the situation that we're in, we actually don't realize the power that we have given away to that situation. So we are so used to it. But if you start paying attention, life is steering us into confidence, into knowing that we have everything, into that power. And it's not an arrogant power. It's knowing that you can create your reality by stepping into that inheritance that God has given us, and knowing that nothing is beholden over you, that you need and you lack for nothing. All right. So, and another example is a couple of years ago, I was actually working for a company. A lot of us actually left because it wasn't going the way we thought it was going. Subsequently, actually closed down, and until the very last day, that person hung on to the very last end because he was so scared, because he was obviously taking care of his family, and granted that's understandable, but you could see the mindset was literally a fearful scarcity mindset, and he thought that only job, it's almost like that only job is the only job that he will ever have in this whole entire world, and he's given that power away to that. So it was quite a sad thing to see. Subsequently, he moved on to another position, and I'm sure he's doing fine now. But it really stood out to me how people just give away so much power to various situations. Again, your job, your career, your partner, whatever the other case may be. All right, so these are untangible things in the world. On a higher level, and that's what we like to do in this channel, is bridge spirituality with pragmatic navigation or real world applications. So on a spiritual level, and I've mentioned this before, so you've actually forsaken your God-given right. So we lack for nothing. We have been given everything. You might argue, but some people seemingly have less than others. I'm not going to go down that road because everyone is on a different journey. Everyone should be living in a joy and a peace and abundance. And abundance is not necessarily materialistic. Abundance is knowing that you are part of God, but you find yourself in this focused point in this world. So without going into further depth there, and knowing that you are beyond death, you are life itself. You lack for nothing. God has given you everything. So you are beyond this world. You're beyond the materialistic. You do not live and die. There is only life. So that's a little bit deeper. And we're not going to go down that road. It's more to just stay on track of when you need something, you are actually weak when you need something. And your true strength is when you know you have everything guided by the Holy Spirit, given by God. You are truly strong. That is your power. All right. So, and then this was backed up. I normally do a couple of readings from A Course in Miracles, and I wanted to corroborate this, and I found this little text, which I find very applicable. So let's jump into that. So it goes like this: these forms of prayer or asking out of need always involve feelings of weakness and inadequacy, and could never be made by a son of God who knows who he is. So the backdrop to that is, it's basically a lot of us are praying. And this is a little bit of backdrop from that text in A Course in Miracles before this, what I've just read. The backdrop is a lot of us actually pray, but we don't pray with the belief in God. We pray in a futility. We don't actually pray with giving thanks and to God, literally praying to God with thanks. We pray in a futility, and that's what the script is, this little text is actually saying. If we actually knew who we were and what we are part of, when we pray, we would pray with knowing that we have these things. And this is actually verified by a script, or it made me think of a script from the Bible, Philippians chapter 4, 6, 7. Be careful for nothing, which means be anxious for nothing, or be careful for nothing, but in everything by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, let your requests be made unto God. The key part is thanksgiving. So that's tapping into what we've talked about, Neville Goddard, tapping into law of attraction, tapping into manifestation. You're not praying for wanting, for lacking. You're praying with thanksgiving, knowing that it has already been given to you, because God has already given everything. All right, so just to close this off, so you need to tap into the mindset also that you've made it thus far. So you've obviously let go many things in your life. So realize that you're actually more powerful than you realize. You've already let go so many things in your life. So don't let one other thing be beholden over you or give the power to. Once you've let go those things, you can actually, and that's everything, a relationship, if you want attention, if you think you need a new job, if you think you need more money, let go all of that and then apply yourself from total freedom and now love, gratitude, and fulfilling your true purpose, which is not lack and not scarcity, because now you find you'll move from that situation naturally, or your situation will naturally resolve into a better situation, whether it's your job again, your partner, whatever the case may be. So the point is, and to end off with this, can you actually let those things go? Can you walk into your job tomorrow and go, I actually don't need this job? Can you actually do that? Can you look at your partner and say, I don't need you, or I don't need anything from you? And that's not to break the partnership up, but now apply yourself to that situation through freedom, joy, giving, and knowing that you lack for nothing and you can give. Can you give up wanting more money or needing more money? Can you, and the examples can go on and on. Look at your life. Where can you just absolutely let go, not need that, because you're just going to tap into your weakness and then apply yourself after that. So I hope this has made sense, and I hope it adds value. I'll leave you with that, and know that you are powerful beyond measure, God-given, and please like, share, subscribe if it has added value, and we'll check you on the next one.